Good morning, junk removal warriors. Joseph here, Vets Haul Junk Removal in Stafford, Virginia, on Thursday, May 19th, 2022. I hope wherever you are, you're staying busy and making money in the junk removal space. I just dropped off my boys at school and I'm heading back to home base, going to get the uniform on, and we have 4 junk removal projects today. But warriors, I wanted to make this quick video because I think it's important. Not all of the information that you find in the various junk removal business owner groups is correct. Not all of the advice given in these junk removal groups are given by seasoned professional junk removal haulers. Many of the haulers who are given advice have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. And I'm going to illustrate this. There was a post recently, a lady who's very new to the junk removal space asks how to create employee loyalty. How do you create employee loyalty? How do you create employees that stay with the business long term? She's having a difficult time. Her business has just launched recently. She doesn't have a whole lot of work, and it's even more difficult for her because employees are leaving. They're not satisfied. For whatever reason, they just don't stick around. She says she pays her employees under the table because many of her employees have legal financial obligations like child support, debt, and so forth. So in an effort to find and keep employees, she just goes right along with their wishes and pays them under the table. And there was a ton of bad advice given to her. Warriors, first off, you don't create loyalty from your employees by paying them under the table. You create a culture where they see you as a leader, they view you as a leader. You provide them a workplace that they feel they can grow with and they can provide for their family. You provide a workplace where they can see themselves being a part of your company long term. They have a future with your company. And you lead by example. And leading by example, that's the tough one at all times. You must do the right thing, even when you believe your employees aren't watching. But if you do these things, and you pay your employees well, you will create loyalty within the ranks of your employees. But by and large, warriors, one of the ways that you create loyal employees is you pay them, and you pay them extremely well. Because, especially in today's economy, money talks. But you certainly do not advertise the fact that you are paying your employees under the table. Warriors, with the current administration's push to keep their eye on your money even more these days, there is also a push by the administration to do more audits on businesses. And I'm sure many of our competitors also read and have access to our posts in the various junk removal business owner groups. So it's very easy for one of your competitors, in an attempt to put you out of business, to screenshot your statement of how you pay your employees under the table to help your employees from having to pay, let's say, child support. And all they have to do, warriors, is take a screenshot of your statement. It's very easy to get all of your contact information for your company. And then they report your business practices to the IRS, either through the IRS's hotline or using Form 3949A, report of taxpayer fraud, in an attempt to put you out of business. We don't hear about it often, but it happens every day. Companies are put under investigation by the IRS because they are suspected of not paying their taxes. You don't want to be one of those individuals, Warriors. I don't know what the penalties are, but I know that the penalties are probably significant, and especially if you're just barely starting out, you don't want to be under the scrutiny of the IRS from the get-go. Not to mention the fact that, you're paying under the table, so you're obviously not paying workman's comp insurance. Let's say you have a workplace injury and your employee, hopefully, your employee has some loyalty to you, but if your employee is not loyal to you and they realize that they're going to have to pay out of pocket for their medical expenses, what do you think the employee is going to do? Is he going to want to pay his own medical bills, or is he going to come knocking on your door suing you saying, hey, I was injured on your job site, you are responsible for paying my medical bills? And then if you decide that for whatever reason you're not going to pay your employees' medical bills, now you find yourself in a lawsuit. You have a potential investigation launched on your business and you, and as well, if you've not done the things to protect your corporate veil of protection for your LLC, all of your personal assets are subject to litigation. It's just not the right way to do things. I know that, myself included, in the beginning, sure, when we're counting our nickels and dimes, a lot of us are paying under the table, but as soon as you possibly can, get away from that method. You are hurting yourself, but certainly, Warriors, do not put your business online for your competitors to see and report you to the IRS. What is your defense when you made those statements and posted them online? So, back to the ton of bad advice that were in reply to this lady's post. Warriors, there's a ton of what we call in the military barracks lawyers. Individuals who have no frame of foundation or reference for the advice that they give. They're just giving it because they read someone else giving that negative advice. And then you decide to follow it because 10 out of the 12 posts are saying the same thing. Then a guy like me comes along and I'm trying to make the individual aware of some of her potential liabilities, because being forewarned is forearmed. And it's funny, and I don't mind, but people are stepping on my post when I'm the one that's actually giving solid advice. And they're stepping on my post because it's the type of information that most people don't want to hear. Most people don't want to do things by the book. Most haulers want to cut corners. They think that the way to business longevity, the way to grow your business is by not paying your taxes and, paying your employees under the table. Warriors, that is the quickest way to be put out of business. That's not the way you build a business for the long term. So I just thought this was important to talk about, and I wanted to put this out to you immediately. If you like the type of things I talk about, would you subscribe to my YouTube channel? On top of that, if you're in Northern Virginia and you have stuff that you just need gone, reach out to the Junk Removal Company, powered by veterans and Patriots. Yours truly, Vets Haul Junk Removal LLC in Stafford, Virginia. We can be found online at vetshauljunk.com. That is vetshauljunk.com. And if you're local, you can reach out to us directly at 540-657-VETS. That number, once again, is 540-657-8387. And I'll talk to you next time. Rock, 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 rock.